Welcome to Celebrate Aging. I'm Vicki Marthaler, your hostess here at Emmanuel Community, and we welcome you to this 10 minutes that we are going to talk about something very special. And with me I have our Director of Nursing, Cheryl Kraus. Thank you for joining me.
Yes.
People kind of get scared to be on TV, but you're not scared.
No.
And we have something wonderful to tell you about, something that Emmanuel does every year. It's called our Charity Benefit, and it is scheduled for 2011 on Friday night. Friday night, that's always nice instead of the Saturday. Saturdays get so booked. Friday night, January the 28th. If you remember the last Friday in January, we invite you to the Speakeasy, and I'm going to look at my notes so I get it right. The social hour is at 5:30, and the dinner is at 7. And we're having music by a band called Sapphire, and we're also having a meal. Plus, there'll be silent auction items, as well as a wall of wine raffle going on. So
That went over well last year.
it did, didn't it? I don't even drink wine, but I thought it was fun.
Yes.
In fact, it is all a fun night. It's called Celebrate 2001. That's, I guess we don't really have so much a theme as it's black and white with a splash of red.
Yes.
I guess we should have wore red today.
We should have.
But we will on Friday night, January 28th. Now, we do a benefit to raise money for a specific purpose, and this year, our purpose is to raise money for these oversized beds. Why is that so important, Cheryl?
Well, as we're getting more and more residents here that have complex medical needs, we need a bed that they can sleep in so well, and that we can position them appropriately for the correct drainage. If they're having lung problems or edema problems in their legs, we can get them raised up well. And we also notice that Americans are getting larger. Not only taller, but a little wider too.
Okay.
And instead of having 35-inch beds, this bed that we're going for is a 42-inch bed.
And that does make a difference.
And it makes a huge difference.
Yes.
In talking with the sales rep, this is the Cadillac of all beds.
Woohoo!
So another reason we like the 42-inch bed, it gives the resident more room to roll around in and reposition. Also gives the staff members more room to help reposition without them feeling that they're right on the edge. And this bed is a special bed because it goes down to 7 inches from the floor, which...
That's really low.
It's really low.
But if you rolled out of bed,
you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
And
That can happen.
you know, and as we age, we get more brittle and more medically complex. And if you roll out of bed, it hurts.
It would hurt me, and I'm not even medically complex yet. Something to look forward to.
Right. And so that, to me, is it's a way to increase the quality of life for all of our residents.
So it's obviously a safety issue,
Yes.
definitely a comfort issue.
Yes.
It is a security issue because people feel safer.
Yes.
I know I don't mind going out on a camping trip and sleeping on something narrow, but I kind of used to a queen-size bed at home.
And many of our residents are used to, you know, at least a full size, if not a queen, at home.
Right.
And with our TCU, they're coming right from their own homes, many of them with a short hospital stay. And to put them into a little twin-size bed, you know, when they haven't been in a twin-size bed since they were 6.
Yeah, yeah, right. So this, I'd like to talk to you too about when you said sometimes people are just larger, they need the larger bed. I remember we had a resident, and she was just a little smidge of a thing. I bet she wasn't even 86 pounds soaking wet. But she felt safer in a wider bed.
Correct.
She curled up like a little kitten when she slept. But she didn't sleep well on the twin size bed.
No.
And
that
it was,
happens.
yeah, it was a security thing for her. In her mind, she needed to be secure.
Right.
She must have tossed and turned a little bit and felt better. She didn't want to fall out. So I know sometimes they're called bariatric beds.
Some are called bariatric beds. The beds that we're looking at can hold up to 500 pounds.
Okay.
And so it's not on the higher end of a bariatric bed. It's more of this Cadillac in between. So there's a lot of comfort for for the resident.
Right.
Bariatric beds tend to be very firm because you're talking about people of 600, 700 pounds, and putting weight on any foam or any mattress,
all right.
it shrinks down.
Sure.
So this is a little bit different.
Okay, so we call it our oversized bed. I also was kind of playing with the buttons at the end of this one, and it can raise up the head and it raises up the knees. So again, for the people who have those circulation problems, and you just want to be careful.
Right. And we did have a resident here who had an oversized bed, and every night when his wife tucked him in, he said, "This is heaven."
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yes. So I would like heaven.
So that's what we're going for, and again, we're inviting you. You do have to buy a ticket. This is a ticket event, and it's $50 a ticket. And if you have a group of friends that you want to come with and make sure you all sit together, you can reserve a table of 8. And that too is, on here, the table of 8 is $450. But again, if you buy a ticket, you can come here to Emmanuel. We'll certainly help you get those tickets.
Definitely.
It's a Friday night, January the 28th, 5:30. Starts with our social hour, and then there's a meal, a beautiful meal cooked by the Speakeasy.
Yes.
And they always serve such good food. So we're not worried about that at all. We want you to come and enjoy yourself. We have music by the Sapphire. I have never heard them, but
I haven't either, but I heard they're wonderful.
So we're looking forward to experiencing that fun music. At Silent Auction Items, we have so many businesses they're always supportive of Emmanuel and our mission here. And they have supplied us with some silent auction items, and then we have that wall of wine raffle. So it all should be good. If I could just a moment just list some of our sponsors. We have area community businesses and families who are sponsoring us as well, joining in this mission of caring for our residents here. We have the Bremer Bank and Essentia St. Mary's, Sanford Health. We have Arvid Communication and Classic Concrete, DL Newspapers, Olaf Anderson and Son. We have Cisco Foods and Thrivent, Brushmarks and Foltz Building and Perham Home Care and Tweeton Refrigeration. Plus there are some families who are supporting us, Brad and Janet Green, Dr. Bill and Nancy Henke, Eden and Cecil Bear. So how wonderful. We thank you for your support. And mostly this bed idea comes from Peggy Hillebo. Her and her husband was a resident here for a time, and it was heaven that they could have this big wonderful bed that they both could cozy in from time to time and know that they were living as full as they could the days of Peter's life that they had.
Yes.
So it's special and it's wonderful, and we thank you for your support as you support Emmanuel throughout the year. And just put this on your calendar, Friday night, January 28th. Get yourself a ticket, and some friends come and spend the night with us as we celebrate aging.